Thanks, Gregory. G'day, Sergeant Benton. Quiff. Didn't appreciate your comment on Instagram, Quiff. Good. Go down, explain miniatures. All right, let's do this. Let's paint ourselves some Cleona. Yes, very amusing. So I actually replied with a comment to that particular comment that said, "I'll kill you." And Instagram removed it straight away, would you believe? They were like, "No, that's not allowed." Like, they'll let it say, "I'll fight you." Gregory starting us off with some very funny humour today, friends. Well done, Gregory. I don't think I've shown off. Oh fuck! I forgot to do that. I don't think I've shown off the dude I finished on the last stream actually. So I'll show him off in a second. This wet palette, haven't touched it since Wednesday. Part of my test, part of my trial of this product. So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire. Whoa, 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 whoa. G'day, Joel Paul. So we're going to see how some of these paints work after 3 days on this wet palette. When I was at my girlfriend's house, hello Net Diver, for a couple of days, and when I arrived home this morning, there was no water left in the sponge, really. So I wonder if there is any life in these paints or if they are cactus. We'll find out soon. Does have a thin sponge, yes. Nah, didn't put the lid on. Because the straight up fact is I'm not going to put the fucking lid on. So there's no point in me testing it by putting the lid on, because I'm just not fucking going to remember to do it. Because I'll just walk out and I'll be like, boop, boop, boop. So I'm just painting for an hour. Boop, boop, boop. Forgot my lid. Boop, boop, boop. Me? I did have a big night last night. Not big, not massive, but I ate a lot of food. And I feel particularly ordinary this morning from all of the food that I ate. So, that's unfortunate. Still haven't ordered my Vortex mixer. What an idiot. Alright, well I can see that this is fucked. My little Jokes on Your Magic mix. Oh yeah, here's a little chap that we finished the other night. Hey Miss Jonah. So, I don't really remember this guy's name. But he's finished. So he joins the team. We've got a pretty full boat now. I've got 10 zombie dudes to do there. And then I've got Cleona and these models behind me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 19 models to go on the Cursed City collection. So the goal is to finish that by Thursday. Yeah, I'm just not going to do that, man. Like I wish I would. I'm just not going to. Well, it's been 2 or 3 days here, so I'm excited to see if these paints are any good, and if they're not, that's a-okay. I'll just know that it operates very similarly to my existing wet palette, and that is that. In terms of paint longevity, anyway. I've noticed a distinct difference with the... Oh, good one, Dino. I'm having a shocker today. Well, we had Mexican night last night, right? So we made all these Mexican dishes, nachos and shit. And Veritas, thank you for following. I tell you what, I cut myself 4 times cooking. 4 fucking times I cut myself yesterday. The first time I was like, oh well, whoops-a-daisies. The next time after that I was like, oh fuck, what am I doing? The third time my girlfriend just started laughing at me because she thought it was a fucking joke. And then the 4th time it was like, are you actually okay? Is there something wrong with you? So I've got this cut on my fucking finger here. I've got this one here. I've got this big old chunker here. And then I've got a band-aid still on this one because it was bleeding. Crazy. Alright. So how are these looking? That one I just put on. Okay, the Chimera's looking good there. Oh yeah, still usable there. Still fine there. There's a shot. Interesting. And Veritas, unfortunately, she did not. She's not my wife though, so that's probably why. normally very, very coordinated, and I just did not know what was happening yesterday. It was just all over the place. Well, we got a little chihuahua, a little Mexican dog, so he was excited. He had some corn chips. I always feel so weird after not painting for a couple of days. I haven't painted since Wednesday, really. I always feel weird coming back to the painting table. I feel like feels a bit different. Usually takes a little while to get back into the swing of things. It did taste really good, actually. I'll show you a photo of it. The food. It's fucking a feast. So this is me yesterday. This is a very flattering angle of Big Dano. So enjoy this. Yeah, I've been on holiday for a week too. So yesterday I had a little snooze. This is me and my little mate just having a rest. It's just hanging there. Look at him. I was on the couch. I was tired. What are you doing, little buddy? That was good. And then what else we got? Oh, here he is at the dog park. Yesterday we took him to the dog park. He had a very nice time there, chasing the ball. Oh, little baby boy. He's so funny. Oh dear. This is him right now. He's just having a little snooze on the couch with my girlfriend. We had a big day yesterday, all of the Mexican food, cooking all the Mexican, and him being a pest. Oh my goodness, I'm having a Barry Crocker. Look at this. I've got fucking paint all over my things. What are you doing, Dino? Just calm yourself, mate. Relax. It's not time to make a change. Just relax. Take it easy. You're still young. It's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl. Settle down. If you want, you get married. Look at me. I am old, but I'm happy. G'day, Sleepy Slane. Alright. Feel calmer. Sleepy Slane, it's going well, mate. Thank you. We're just going to paint this this priestess lady. This is one of the heroes. She's a healer type character, I think. One of her abilities lets her heal wounded chaps. And one of the dudes I play with on Tuesday nights was pretty keen for this chick, so she's getting done. Sergio? Yeah. He's very interesting the way he paints. I've been a member of his Patreon for the last 3 years, so probably doesn't seem that different to me anymore. Probably, you could say I paint fairly similarly to Sergio, is probably a better what are these little stick things? Don't know. This thing looks like a mace. No, Sergio's very similarly paced to me, I think. He just spends a lot more time on his finished works because he's a lot better than I am. I don't think they're stakes because they've got these little jobbo bits at the top. They could be though. Could be like metal stakes. Let's try this. Ah yes, what's his name? Love the French. Has everyone seen the Curse City models I've done? Do you want me to do a little quick run through of them? Hey, hang on a second, mate. When I'm doing gaming models, I always paint the back because they're used in a game and you need to see the back when they're moving around a board. Display models that sit in a cabinet, you don't need to see the back of those, mate. Roman Schomaker, cool. I don't think I've heard of that guy. I know a few French painters, but I don't know that I know him. Alright, you got it, Quiff. So I'll show you this. I bought this thing the other day. It's called an A case. I'm not much of a gamer these days, but if I was a gamer, I reckon this would be quite good. It's just a little carry case for models, and it's got these little metal trays that slide in and out, and you can fit quite a few models in there. So I bought it for Curse City. And then I also will be able to use it for some of my display pieces when I'm taking them to competitions and stuff. But yeah, so this is all of most of the models I've painted so far. There's still the skeletons as well. So also we let Cleona dry. So yeah, so pretty cool. So here we go. So this is this guy who we did on stream mostly. Yeah, please do. Then these are just little skellies. These are the first models I did. Came out quite cool. Little champion and standard bearer. So yep, some skellies. And I've magnetised the bases. I think I've talked about that about 1,000 times, so shan't talk about it again, but it's very cool. And then this is the big hairy beast guy. I just call him Big Strigoi because that's what he looks like to me. But I think he's got a proper name. I don't call him Strigois anymore. And then Radikar I did on stream. It was the first one I did. He's the only one I've done the wet effects on the bases. I'm going to do that all at the end with everyone's. And blood effects. I'm going to do blood effects on everyone's probably. Dagnai Hordenstock, the little dwarfy that I did on stream. This metal came out really nicely, I think. I feel like it worked really well. I don't think I did Jelson on stream. I think I did him off stream. Yeah, concur with that assessment. I actually started with him. He was the first model I painted because I was like, I don't really want to save him till the end. I don't think he's going to be that impressive. I just did the little rats real quick. Yeah, they're not anything special. Just some quick flashy paints. Same with the bats. Bats are all super quick, super easy. So I did all of them. Skeleton Captain I did on stream. Here's these little doobie whackers, the little mysterious object markers. And then I did these little imp dudes. Skeleton. These are probably my favourite so far in terms of how they've come out. Has been these people, the Bloodborne. The red glow effect just really came out well on the models. The models are really dynamic. The metals I did really well. I just think the way that they look is the best of the models I've painted thus far. So, and that's it. So all we've got left is the the zombies, who I'm going to probably do today. Batch paint those today. Not on stream, we'll just do them off stream. But they're ready to go, they're all these ones. And then hopefully we'll finish Cleona this morning's stream. And then these models left, we've got this dude with a gun. We've got this dude from fucking Monkey Magic. Shovel guy. All my favourite models are left. I left all my favourite models till the end. Shovel guy. The paladin with the sword. Paladin chick. The two dudes with things. Their hats. Nah, mate, definitely didn't. Got up only about an hour ago. And also also do not have much interest in 40k. They've done some cool orcs though recently for 40k orcs. In this set, Benton the ogre, he's up there for me too. Yeah, I've got the ogre, the wood elf, the paladin, the wizard dude, shovel guy, and two big boys with hats. Maybe? Yep. G'day, Rubbish. Yeah. He looks like he's going to be a challenge to do with non-metallic metal like I've done for the rest of the fucking thing. But we'll find out soon, I guess. So, legitimate question. Hey, Topless. Legitimate question. What do we think is a reasonable price for this game when I sell it? I've got two challenges around pricing it because it's now a limited edition product. Are they still? Is it still limited edition? Do we think? Are they going to come out with more stuff, or are they called it? I bought the box just to paint it, I think. It's been fun, but I don't think the game's going to last for my gaming group. So yeah, this is a challenge, given that it's I'm a shocker today. Given that it's a limited edition box set and fully painted. What happened, Ryan? Did you fall over or something, dickhead? Everyone keeps asking you how your back is, mate. How's your back? So watch Black Widow and the latest episode of Loki again. And I really enjoyed Black Widow. Haven't watched it. Oh, yuck. The Loki was unbelievable. My girlfriend, who has enjoyed the show but hasn't really been like loving it, she's liked it. She's liked it enough to keep watching it. She could not stop watching. She was absolutely transfixed. Like, she was just like... She said as soon as it ended, she was like, that was the best episode of fucking Loki. Oh my god. And I was like, I know. So we had a froth about it. It was fucking so good. The alligator is classic, absolute classic. But it's just the music as classic Loki is doing his thing. For those people who are still not up to speed, I shan't say any further, was just all time. Yeah, Easter eggs galore. It's set up to be a pretty exciting finale. Thus far, though, the finales on the previous two shows have been somewhat underwhelming, and I hope that this one doesn't fall into the same trap. Particularly for WandaVision, it felt like it was just a set-up episode for Captain Marvel 2 and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I hope that this isn't a similar bent, even though I feel like it is. Well, I don't want to go into too much detail, but there's a specific character from the comics that has been cast for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and some of the characters from Loki, such as Judge Renslayer, and a character that appeared for the first time in the episode just gone, linked with this particular character who's been cast for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And so the prevailing theory is that he will be set up, in this particular finale. We'll see. I can't see it any other way because there was so many hints dropped. What's the off-white colour lightning hands? It is vampiric flesh from AK 3rd Gen. I thought we'd give that a try. Yes. That was a very disappointing, if amusing, resolution. I mean, they haven't strayed too far from, like with WandaVision and Agatha. They haven't strayed too far from that comic book character arc sort of history. They've just added a new spin, and I feel like that's what's going to happen with this. It's going to be that character we're talking about, but I don't know that it'll be exactly the same as comic books, which is one of the reasons why I'm enjoying the exploration. But yeah, Black Widow, David Harbour as the Red Guardian. All I could think was, oh my god, it's Chief Hopper in fucking Marvel Universe. It's fucking classic. My girlfriend's complaint about the Black Widow movie was she said it was too funny. She was like, yeah, it was a bit too funny, I think. I enjoyed it. Glorious purpose. I almost don't want Loki to be over. It's been that good. Easily the best of the three. Easily. If I had one criticism of Loki, it would be that the character of Loki has had such a good arc, but he's been positioned as this anti-hero character purely because of the fan reception to him. Like, he's just been so good. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of those fans, because I think he's just steals the screen every time steals the show every time he's on screen. But I do wonder what it would have looked like if he hadn't been as good. What would have happened? Yeah, he's just unreal. So my criticism, I guess, is that he's one of the heroes of the Marvel universe now. Which doesn't feel quite right to me. Really had low expectations for Loki. I think I rated WandaVision, like, on reflection, I rated WandaVision higher than Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was nice, fun, fine, but it was very formulaic. It just felt like a very by-the-numbers story. There was no surprises at any juncture. Even with the big reveal at the end about Power Broker, Like, ooh, I'm so fucking surprised. WandaVision had some weaker episodes, but on the whole, I think it was a more dynamic and interesting show than Falcon and Winter Soldier. But Loki's just been non-stop awesome. For sure, Bucky and Sam were great. At the end of Black Widow, there is a post-credits scene, which won't make a lot of sense. How good was the fact that he did that card trick? He was learning that card trick in Ant-Man, and then he pulled it out at the start of WandaVision. So good. There's a character that appears at the end in the post-credits scene of Black Widow, which will not make any sense to people who've not watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm just trying to think about Loki, right? You remember in WandaVision there was like 5 or 6 appearances from characters from other media. Like you had Darcy and Jimmy Woo and maybe that's all actually. Wasn't there one more special guest appearance? I feel like there was. And in Falcon and Winter Soldier they had Don Cheadle in the first episode. And I feel like that was all. I don't recall a guest... Oh yeah, Sharon Carter, yeah. I don't recall a guest star from Loki as yet. Oh yeah, Zemo, fuck, how good was Zemo? And the Wakandans, I suppose. Wakanda. Although they were special characters made up for the show. But yeah, there's not been one in Loki yet, has there? Sif, yeah, good call. I wonder if Thor's going to make an appearance, eh? You'd have to think he will. He's inextricably linked with Loki, so technically there was, yes. Hey, Topless, I got a theory, right? I'm glad you've watched it. I got a theory. I threw this at my girlfriend and she didn't like it, but I reckon this is a go. So I'm going to speak a little bit. I'm going to obfuscate a few things. In the last episode, there is a scene where a very small person hands Loki an object, a golden object. My theory is that that object is related to the small person's Nexus event, but it's changed its form. I'm just going to whisper it to you. It feels in keeping that the small person would reshape said object. Because it was just a very like weird interaction. Like, here, you'll need this. Why? Like, why? Unless it was something more than what it looked like. So we'll see if that's the case. It could be left field. It could be way wrong, but yeah, spotted that. Mate, there was so many. Thanos copter. Anyway, friends, get into Loki. It's a rollicking good time. Correct, exactly, yeah. I was going to say that as well. Yeah, there's been a few hints dropped that will be the case. Like I don't mind doing the old bait and switch Marvel, but I can't see them doing it in this. Sometimes they play it straight, and I feel like this is a time when they'll just play it straight. They'll just take that character and make it a little bit more unique to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. feel like we're gonna have the setup for Doctor Strange in this finale. Puts me in an interesting position, right? If people haven't watched the TV show, and I'm sure there'll be some people who are not as invested in the TV shows to watch them. There's been a number of key like character arcs for those things. Like, what are people going to do when White Vision turns up in the fucking movies? Be like, who the fuck's this guy? So I wonder how they'll play that. Like if they'll do a flashback thing almost, like previously on Survivor, where they'll go previously in the MCU. I'll just give you a little Cliff Notes version. But yeah, that's they've always done a really good job of making each movie self-contained. But how do you set up for a character like this chap? Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's funny. I was not really a comic books guy or a superhero guy. The first Iron Man movie was like, this is fucking sick. And I just got right into it ever since then. It can be very hard to follow. You're absolutely right. There's a lot happening, and there's a lot of characters. Like Avengers Endgame just broke so many rules of film in terms of the fucking number of characters and the fucking converging storylines. It was crazy. Mm. Yeah. I when you look back at the last like 12 years, I guess, I just don't think they've put a foot wrong. The casting has just been absolutely on point. The choices that they've made around what they've done with characters has just been on point. You know, they've just been going from strength to strength. And I keep waiting for them to make a mistake. You know, like when everyone heard about Guardians of the Galaxy, they were like, who the fuck are Guardians of the Galaxy? You know? Why the fuck are you going to make a movie about these guys? No one even knows who they are. Next minute, probably one of the best MCU films ever. They just keep delivering really good stories, mixing that emotion with humour, gay Robbie's hobbies, in a way that is almost a trademark of their films now. Yeah. And it hasn't even been a stretch either. Like, everyone's just been like, yeah. That particular character. G'day, Durstramon. That particular character is my girlfriend's favourite. She cracked up. Yep. Shang-Chi. The Immortals, I think are they coming out too this year. And there's definitely one other one coming out this year too, isn't there? Yeah, Spider-Man. How good. And then we'll have the Asgardians of the Galaxy. Some point next year. It's going to be great. It's going to be so good. Pumped. I didn't know how they were gonna continue after Endgame, because it was just such a magnificent capstone to so many of those stories. When you think about it, some of those stories are just starting, like Spider-Man, and they could fucking keep making Thor movies forever, and I'll just keep devouring them though. Old Hemsy. Killing it. Are you serious? Yeah, we were just talking about it, Kung Fu. I liked it. Are you serious? Charlie Cox is going to be in it? I fucking love Charlie Cox as Daredevil. He is unreal. That's so good. Oh, fuck. That is awesome. That is unreal. Oh, I'm going to go Google that right now. Fuck. Fuck me. Yes. Oh my god. That is the best news. Wow. Oh, could you imagine Vincent D'Onofrio coming into the fucking MCU? That would be unreal. Wow. Wow. Well, I am fucking hyped for that now. Like, Iron Fist, I was okay on. Thought that the show was fine. Jessica Jones was probably my second favourite of the shows. Some good stuff in it, but David Tennant was way too good. But Daredevil was just unreal. Could not stop watching that show. And Charlie Cox is the king. Oh, does it? Is it gonna be like the Spider-Man comic cartoon thing. What was that called? To the multiverse or something? Oh, Punisher. Spider-Verse, there you go. Thanks. Yeah, Bernthald's Punisher was awesome. Charlie Cox was awesome, but Vincent D'Onofrio, man. It was interesting to see how impactful it was having Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, because the second season of Daredevil was good because John Bernthal was in it as Punisher, but 1 and 3 of Daredevil were clearly just fucking awesome because of Kingpin. Dolph Lundgren. Remember the Thomas Jane one with fucking Travolta? That was so bad. That was so bad. Alright, I need some more yellow. Oh, I've got an Amarillo. Nah, it needs to be yellow, yeah. Japanese brown. That was a fucking terrible movie, actually. Yes. Ooh, it's been a long time since I've watched that movie, mate. I couldn't tell you. Maybe. Green Lantern would like to say hello. I'll just make the point that I liked both of those movies, The Fantastic Four and Green Lantern. Yeah, mate, I paid for it. My girlfriend and I would just... It's like, oh, thanks, Teal Sky. What a champion. Yeah, 5 months. I'm about to do a stream on Wednesday, so 3 days from now, which is my 6-month anniversary of streaming. I'm going to do a 6-hour stream. We were just hanging out at home Friday night. We could have spent $50 to go to the movies, or $35 to just watch it at home. So we just watched it at home, and it was good. I'd definitely recommend watching it if that's what you want to spend your money on. No, I haven't seen that. One thing I will say about Black Widow, though, is it reinforced how good Scarlett Johansson was, and how unfortunate it is that she's no longer a character in the MCU, because she was awesome. But Yelena, Florence Pugh, was potentially the star of the show. Oh, Ghost Rider, I forgot about Ghost Rider. That was also bad. That's true. They could bring it back. Multiverse. Don't feel like they will though. I think she's happy with her run. But yeah, Florence Pugh is an absolute star in Black Widow. I reckon I should make that thing an orb or something. Probably. Oh yeah, Wesley Snipes in Blade, that was awesome. Still remember those songs at the start of it. Blade 3, Ryan Reynolds. Remember Chris Evans was Johnny Storm in the original Fantastic Four? You forget that sometimes. Yeah, Thor 4 is going to be unreal. Yep. Should be good to see. I don't like that. The first movie was fine, directed by Kenneth Branagh, and it was like Shakespeare, like watching Shakespeare, and it worked. But the second movie really struggled, and it wasn't until Taika Waititi took over that it was really, that they cracked it. It was like, oh my god, Thor is like the best character. So, I am also hopeful that we see more of Thor. I just got pain on my hand. I'm having a fucking shocker today, friends. An absolute shocker. Yeah, haven't watched Castlevania. It takes a lot for me to be invested enough in a show to watch a cartoon these days. Yeah. Bought a new board game this week, friends. It's called Oath, or a new board game arrived, I should say. Oath. Done by the same people who made Root, the board game. He was good in Ghostbusters, actually, the female one. I don't remember. Did that come before or after Thor 3? I feel like it has to have been after. Because I just don't think he would have been cast in a comedic role until after Taika Waititi's film. We haven't played it yet. I think we'll probably play it on Tuesday night. Maybe. I am struggling to get the rules down. Struggling. There's a lot of rules. So I'm actually going to pull the board out today and set it up and have a play. Just mucking around doing turns so that I can figure out how the game works, so that I can actually teach it. I get lumped with teaching the games. Yeah, it's supposed to be unreal. Yep, so will I. Probably get it on Wednesday. Yeah, so Wednesday during the day, my holidays this week as well, I am going to be doing a... Oh, cool. What do you think of it, mate? Yep. That'll happen. That'll happen a fair bit. Yep, good. Did you have fun though, mate? Yeah. As I said, mate, we've played it. I think I said this to you last time. We played it quite a lot, and I don't think it's actually a very good game, you know. That exact reason you get killed early on because of some jank, and all of a sudden you're like, cool, I'll just sit here and watch you guys play for the next 4 hours. You can also just have the ship blow up randomly because of a card you draw and some stuff like that just conventional wisdom would suggest that that's bad games design. But it does create some crazy stories and crazy moments that are hard to beat. I knocked over Nemesis pretty quickly, actually. It's all done. I think I did it in about a week. Just did really quick paint jobs. Ankh, on the other hand, is going to be a mission. I'm just going to do the gods and maybe the monsters. Maybe the monsters. I haven't decided yet. I think I posted them on my Twitter a long time back. Don't think I posted them on my Greens. It does, exactly. It feels exactly that, mate. Super thematic, super cinematic. You're doing crazy stuff, just trying to stay alive. It feels awesome. Every now and then you just get fucked. You're like, well, this was not all that fun. I mean, one of the mechanics of the fucking damn game is that people can't escape from the ship until someone dies. Not all the time, but the escape pods do not open until a character dies. There's two other ways you can open them, but that's the main one. The pilot has a evacuation pod key that she can use, and there is a room that is called the escape pod control room. But both of those two things do not exist in every game, so some games the only way that the escape pods will open is when someone dies. Actually getting some urges to paint more Kingdom Death models. I'm disappointed that Gambler's Chest isn't coming this year now. Just looking forward to painting some of those models. I've got some survivors over there I can do. Still got the tree, I suppose. I could paint the tree. Only thing I haven't painted. Who knows, mate? Who knows? It either will or it won't. the great scheme of things, it's not a massive amount of money if it doesn't ever turn up for me. I'm sure other people will feel differently. Oh. I don't have a list, mate. The list is in my brain, yeah, but I can rattle off some now if you'd like. Cool. Well, I'll just rattle off company names until I can't think of any more. So Black Sun Miniatures, based in the UK. A lot of really good sculpts, fantasy sculpts. A lot of their box art's painted by Sergio, so love them. They do great stuff. Black Crow Miniatures. Also mostly fantasy archetypes, but mostly digital sculpts. Black Sun has a lot of physical sculpts. Black Crow mostly digital, and they've got some really unique topics which I like. Hera Models do some cool busts, range of different figures. They're really nice. I like Hera Models. Chimera Models, Kimera. G'day, Wampa. I didn't see him, Wampa. So Chimera, they're probably one of the biggest ones recently. They've done some great stuff. Aradia Miniatures, Aradia, Aradia. Really unique sculpts. A lot of them based on mythological stuff. Michael Contreras Collectibles. He's this Greek sculptor, does some pretty cool models. FER Miniatures, they do mostly busts and historical. The last one, Michael Contreras Collectibles. Just gonna grab a drink of water, sorry, fancy, back in a sec. Big Child Creatives. They're the guys who did all the Camelot models, so they're pretty awesome. They got Orc Pirates and shit, which are mad. Robot Rocket Miniatures. He does some cool models. Journeyman Miniatures. Some good busts. Ouroboros Miniatures. Ouroborous, something like that. Yeah, I'm getting there, mate. I wasn't going to forget Nico Galaxy. I will be able to talk about something very exciting soon. relating to Nico Galaxy. Who have I forgotten? Mr. Lee's minis, he does some cool busts. ZFER. Female vampire girl on a roof. There was a range called Ares Mythologic who did a range of figures that were vampire hunters, I think it was on a roof. Nocturna models, yeah, that's the one. Nocturna. They have a range called Malefic Time, and they have some very cool models that I have painted. Nico Galaxy, Big Child, Black Crow, Black Sun, Hera models, Carol Rudick, miniatures, that's probably enough. Spira Mirabilis, yeah, I suppose. And you got Limbo miniatures. Yep. It's Pedro Fernandez works and Terrible Kids stuff. There's a lot. There's a lot of miniature manufacturers. All of them are very good. Who's that bust by? It's Big Child. Who's that by? Oh yeah, Scale 75 do some pretty cool figures and busts. I haven't, no. I'd like to, at some point. Particularly liked the Elves Beneath. No, I haven't gotten any of them. My good friend Gavin, he bought a whole heap of the dwarves. So I've seen them. Quality's good. Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit listening to the sound. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you'd only hold me tight, you'll be holding on forever. Yep. It's why I've always got models to paint. I mean, we've also got Nuts Planet, Alternity Miniatures, Young Miniatures, Mindworks Games. I could keep going. But I shan't. I shan't do so. Which Roman figure are you referring to? If you're talking about my Crusader, I will fight you. I will fight all of you. The final countdown. Ah, yes. Well, I don't think he's a Roman Crusader, mate. I think he's a 12th century English Crusader. We do also have a Roman to bust. A Roman bust to paint. Yes, yes. Quiff thinks he's very funny. That's true. That is true. I don't forget that often. I haven't even sold the fucking Crusader yet. Can you believe it? It's the most popular thing I've ever painted and it's fucking still not sold. Haven't advertised it. Easily the finest work that Trent Tennyson has ever painted. Quote by Quiff Navigator. My girlfriend finally sent me the picture of the Mexican feast. You want to see the Mexican feast we had last night? Fuck a duck. So we got fajitas, a Mexican salad, which has got like chicken and avocado and black beans and stuff, and then the chicken for the fajitas and all the vegetables and shit to go on the fajitas, and the guac, sour cream, and then homemade salsa. I made that salsa, and then also a giant tray of nachos that I made. The nachos were nice corn chips, but I'd put beef brisket in a slow cooker for 8 hours. It's like Mexican spices. And then just smothered it in cheese. It was fucking great. But I cut myself so many fucking times. Sure, noodles with ketchup would have also been delicious, mate. Oh man, I was so full. Like I felt sick because of how much food I'd eaten last night. Because when there's food in front of me, I just keep going. I just don't stop. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that eating. Alright, we've got to make a decision about what I'm going to paint after Cursed City. Hopefully my Young Miniatures extra part will be have arrived, so we can paint that Roman bust, which is sitting there. But I think we'll do Walrus Guy next. Let's get him out of the way so that we can give him away this month. And then we're leading into the last few weeks before Queensland Model Hobby Expo, so it'd be good to do something we can enter in there. That's a good question, mate. I probably don't think so. I could, I suppose. There's a wargaming category, a couple of categories, so it wouldn't be out of place. Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty keen to paint those little Nurgle dudes from Underworlds. What are they called again? The Worm Spat. No, Spade Guy's up behind me, mate. He's come probably. So my rough plan of attack for the next few days, I'm going to do the zombies tonight. Just going to paint all day. Tomorrow I'm playing board games with Koki. Tomorrow night we might stream Shovel Guy on stream. Finish him off. And then Wednesday we're going to do a 6-hour stream. It's going to be from 12 o'clock my time to 6 o'clock my time. So it'll be more in line with the American timeline, I guess, than my normal timeline. And the reason I'm doing that time is because it is State of Origin that night, and also Loki comes out at 5 o'clock that time. So I'm going to watch Loki pretty much straight away. Because it is the greatest. My normal stream, Drumner, is perfect for UK time. I normally stream roughly about 7 PM my time, which off the top of my head is about 9 AM in the UK. So that's 7 PM Monday night, which is about 9 AM Monday morning for the UK. European crowd. Yeah, it's currently 10 AM for me, so 6 PM is 8 hours from now. So that'll be 9 AM. Yep, so it's between 9-ish to 12. There you go. Bang on. I don't think so. I updated it so that to show that I wouldn't be streaming last week on Wednesday. Instead, did a stream on Thursday. I added singing a few. Anytime I remember, because you have to update them regularly, otherwise a couple of things drop off. But yeah, I've added singing onto there. Seems fair, right? What would you like me to sing? Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Doo-doo. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna. Hakuna Matata. You know what I'm getting a hankering to watch again? Downton Abbey. Love me some Downton. Great show. I did play soccer when I was a young man. That was the sport I played in my younger days. I had a few games of it when I was a bit older, but no, I just I got more into basketball, more into rugby league, touch football. I was a very good touch footballer. Yeah, I was pretty good at soccer. In the last probably 10 years, I haven't played much sport. Well, maybe not 10 years. But in my 20s, I was playing indoor soccer, touch football, and rugby league. bit excessive, really. I'm not going to get involved in this. We call it soccer in Australia. I usually don't like arguing with Wampa. Sergeant Benton invariably backs up his commentary with facts. I hate people like that. On your Robbie's hobbies, Kung Fu. See you, mate. Yes, well, I've been going for roughly 2 hours now, so I'll probably be packing up stream in about half an hour or so, I think. Normally like to keep my Sunday stream just for a little shorter time. Sleepy slang. Good question. I'll give you two. I had a revelation when I was in Meg Maple's class that she taught, that was just around the way that light interacts with volumes, and it completely revolutionised the way that I thought about painting miniatures. And it was just a very simple thing about how I'd highlighted something incorrectly, and just the way that light interacts with volumes. If I had have known that earlier, I think it probably would have been very, very impactful for my painting. But I think probably the one less specific example than that one is just the value of practice, mate. I've done some little painting classes with people, and I sit there and I watch them paint, and I'm like, man, you got great brush skills and really good technique and everything. If you take away this stuff from the class and keep working, you'll be fucking unbelievable. And then they don't. They don't go away and paint. And they come back to another class 2 years later and they're like, oh man, I haven't really gotten any better. And it's like, how much do you paint, you fuckwit? Oh, not that much, haven't got time. So I reckon anyone in the world can do exactly what I do. There's just not many people willing to put in the time that I put in, or have the capacity to do so. I don't think I downplay the fact that I don't have kids and that I can do whatever I want with my time. But just in case you feel like I have downplayed that, I don't have kids. I spend my time painting toy soldiers. It's the best. No, this is old. This is the old one. I haven't made a switch yet. Got to psych myself up to it. Yeah, I should be using the new brush really. Oops. So yes, sleepy slang. I would say that it really wasn't until I started painting every day for a few hours that I started to see measurable market improvement. So those would be my two. The light one's a massive one. Like, I remember, so I was a good painter, right? Like I had good skills and went into Meg's class and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking smash this. And I did this little orc, and I painted the orc and it came out really good. And I'm taking it over to Meg and I'm like, yeah, how good's this? And she goes, you've highlighted it wrong. I was like, the fuck I have, mate. Fucking know what I'm on about. We are getting close to let it glow. And she basically just held my model and was like, here's where the light's coming from, here's where the highlight should be, here's where you've put the highlight. And my brain just went, and all of a sudden it was on a shoulder, it was on an arm piece, a shoulder, like, and there's a bicep muscle here and the shoulder muscle up here, and I painted the highlight here and not here. And she said it to me and I was just like, wow, I've never once considered that. Yeah, I think we will do Let It Glow now, actually. Let it glow, let it glow. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it glow, let it glow. Turn away and slam the door. Yeah. I hear you, man. It's just... anyone can be good at anything if they're willing to devote the time. They're willing to put in the hours. Anyone. I don't do anything special with my brush. I don't do any tricks that no one else is incapable of doing. It's just... I just do them quicker because I've done them so many times. So... let it glow, let it glow. G'day, Mini Scribbler. How are you, mate? I'm living the dream, mate. It's a beautiful Sunday morning for me here in Brisbane. Painting some Curse City models. Having a ripping good time. It is. It's good to be COVID free currently, mate, isn't it? I'm just using some stuff that I got from, what's the name of them? Gale Force 9, I think. I'll check for you in a second, hang on. Thanks for the follow, mate. we'll let this dry. I will probably help it dry in a second, but we'll do some glow. Yep, Gale Force 9, Hobby Grit Super Fine Basing Grit. It's good stuff actually. Specifically for gaming models anyway, for these scale. Alright, g'day the Nudie 3. How are you, champion? Alright, here we go. Smidge more down. The Nude E. Beautiful, mate. Doing it in the nude, I assume. Let it go. All right. I sure can, Drumner. So we start with painting the whole model mostly complete. Then we take the Chimera Red and we airbrush the Chimera Red. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a little bit of white and we're going to position the white on the model in the spots where the light would be at its most intense. So yeah, you airbrush the red from the direction that you want the light source to be in. You can do it any direction you like, but I'm doing it from below, so it looks like it's a evil glow coming from the ground. And then what we're doing is we're adding the points where we want the light to be reflecting at its most intense, basically. And this is an important stage because the airbrush gets you about halfway there on a convincing light effect, but it doesn't get you the whole way there. So what this stage will do is create the contrast between the light and the dark on the model, which is actually what we need for it to look convincing. Awesome, mate. I will check it out in a second. There's my other brush over here. So then we're taking the Chimera Red and we're mixing in a little bit of this Vallejo Model Air Fluorescent Red into the colour. And the reason we're doing that is we want a colour that's more intense, more vibrant. So we use the fluorescent red mixed in with the red to give you the very vibrant red. Do you see here? And we're going to just paint that over the white. And the reason you do the white first is the fluorescent red, or red in general, doesn't cover all that well over a dark colour, but it will cover very well over a white. Sometimes it needs a couple of coats, but and then the final stage will be, we will go back in and add the shadows, the black lines in between these elements, just to reinforce the contrast again between light and dark. That's it. Relatively straightforward. Yeah, the white step is a pretty important step because without it you don't get the really intense. I'll let that dry for a bit. This is a cool picture. That's unreal. Super cool. That's awesome. I'd love to paint those knee pads, they'd be fucking mad. Tell your misso she's a fucking legend, mate. Ah, Nicky Jags. Nah, it's just a water, mates. It's 10:30 in the morning, pal. Come on now. Let's not be ridiculous. Mind you, I'm on holidays. Could do what I want. Alright, and now we'll just re-add the shadows just to make sure that everything is separated and contrast separated. So this is just the way, thank you Nick Jokes, appreciate that mate. This is just the way I would do a glow on a gaming piece that I want to do quickly. When I've done it on my display models, it's usually a little bit more of an involved process. Although it follows the same basic steps, I'm just a little bit more refined. Let it glow, let it glow. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it glow, let it glow. Turn away and slam the door. Hey Cujo, what's going on, mate? What are you doing, Cooge, you crazy guy? Oh, nice. Are you hosting the painting competition or are you entering the painting competition? Cool, man. What's the theme? Should all go and enter Cujo's painting comp, friends. Busts. Yes. One of my favourite topics. Yeah, so when's the competition end? 2023? Fucking hell. How many entries are people allowed to have? Could someone, say, enter like 8 busts in that time? Just speaking speculatively. Well, a bit rigged, isn't it, mate? Is it only for Patreon subscribers or something, mate? Or people on your Discord? Friend of the show, Cujo. Cool. Alright, everyone, go sign up to Cujo's Discord. Put the link in there, Cooch, so everyone can get onto your Discord and become fucking celebrities on your Discord. Or not. It'll become too big. Cujo's worried he's going to have 8,000 entrants. Can you do a category or down the track a future painting competition for dioramas, say over, say 400 millimeters in size? Wouldn't mind that, actually. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little bit of tweaking now. Yeah, good category. I think that's a good category. I reckon you'd get a lot of entrants on that. Come Cooge, people are demanding it, mate. Diorama category. Minimum 11 models. We believe in you, Cujo. You can do it, mate. Give the people what they want, Cujo. Cujo, Cujo, Cujo. Give the people what they want. No, there should be no historical categories. Come on now. That'd be ridiculous. Nobody wants to see Crusaders painted. It's ridiculousness. I'll kill you all. I wouldn't really. You're all great humans. Alrighty, well, all that's left for this lady to be finished is I've just got to do another layer of the airbrush on the red on the snow. And I think we'll call her a day there. Maybe a couple of little things I can tweak. This little thing needs a little spot there. Yep. Maybe just a tiny little bit of a lips. Alright, I think she's fine. She looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cleona. Good enough? No. My girlfriend actually said, hey, do you want to go to the game? And I said, no. I do not want to go to the game. Don't be ridiculous. I would rather gouge my eyes out with a rusty spoon. She's like, oh, sorry, I forgot they lost the first two games. I said, yes, they did lose the first two games. Thank you for reminding me again. Dear oh dear. Because Queensland won the women's, mate. So that's all. She's like, yeah, fucking go Queensland. What a stitch up. Alright, Party Monday tomorrow night, friends. Shovel guy. Yeah, you can all decide right now which one we do. Which one we do. Party Monday. Do we want to do Shovel Guy? Do we want to do Monkey Magic Wizard? Or do we want to do Shooty Gun Guy? Which one of these three models do we want to paint tomorrow night? Shovel Guy. Look at him go. Shooty Gun Guy. Yeah, I like Shooty Gun Guy. Pistol Pete. A lot of votes for Shovel Guy. A lot of votes for Shovel Guy. Alright, let's do Shovel Guy. The others will get painted, but I might not paint them on stream. Shovel Guy! Alright, let's find someone we can raid, friends. Raid! It's alright, Cujo. He'll get painted. What do we got here? What do we got here? Browse. Miniature figures. Jack of Clubs is on. Mango Smasher. I don't think we've seen Mango Smasher before. Scratch Attack. Any friends of ours on that we know? The Black Christie is painting miniatures and chatting. Let's paint Space Marines for Andy Oxoa. As you know, friends, I like rating on people that haven't got a lot of viewers. When did you scare someone when you got bristly? I don't recall that. Mango Smasher, let's have a look.
Insomnia. What?
It's a no from me. The guy's using a tile as a palette. What a disgrace. I can't see anything in that angle, so we shan't be watching that one. Andy Oxo, what do we got going on here? Oh my goodness. I don't think you could get more out of folks if you tried. Here we go, Painted Ogre.
Well, you could play with combinations of like.
Let's go, Painted Ogre, friends. He looks
and,
nice. He looks nice.
Chorizo and Dewey sausage in place of German sausages and dishes. Yellow rice, like good arboreal rice instead of spätzle.
Just a tile. A tile. What a savage.
I think the fusion element there would be intriguing.
Raid! See you all Party Monday, friends. You're all champions.
You gotta have good quality food, though.
Well, yeah.
You can't just, go to your local grocery store and buy their bulk versions of food.
Oh, hello, Raiders. Hello. Welcome to the Hupville Hangout. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It is a mighty beard. Thank you very much. Sling and Paint